Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be hopefully mostly a chit chat get ready with me. I haven't filmed one in quite a while because as you guys know, I've been really busy with school and with work. I'm getting ready for work tonight, but I didn't have to get to work until 5 p.m. So I figured I would film for you guys. I did just receive a new palette in the mail last night, so I really wanted to try it out today. So I picked up the NARSissict Loaded Eyeshadow Palette. I've actually never tried NARS eyeshadows before, so this is going to be a very, very first impression for me. I'm really excited to try this. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm going to use this on my eyes today. And this is going to be the only first impression in this video, but I'm really excited to try it out on camera with you guys. So I think I'm actually going to use this mirror too to put my eyeshadow on. This is a pretty good mirror. So I'm going to take my Luxie Beauty brush. My mom was supposed to be like out of the house until like 4 o'clock today because she was supposed to work too, but then she actually came home because her manager said to like come back later in the day to work rather than working in the morning, so now she's working later. So that's why I'm going to try and mostly make it a chit chat, but we'll see. I actually think I'm going to take this shade in my crease. I think I'm still going to grab my transition shade. Give me one sec. I'm just going to grab ColourPop's Firefly because I really want to see like how pigmented these eyeshadows are. So I'm just going to take like my lightest crease shade and put it in the crease. It's this shade right here. As you guys can see, I love this shade. I use it so much just for like a very neutral crease shade. It's like just a bit darker than my skin tone, but it's such a fair shade. I mean, you could get away with this on the brow bone as well, but I really like using it as a transition shade. So I'm just going to put that back and forth in my crease. So I'm getting ready to go to work. As you guys know, I do work at Lucky Brand now. I'm not even sure when was the last time I actually updated you guys on where I've been working, but that's where I work. I did post a part 1 of my Lucky Brand clothing collection for you guys. This sweater is also from Lucky, so I decided to wear it today. This is only the second time I'm wearing it, so I really wanted to wear it again. It's so freaking comfortable. Like, I love it so much. And I've been living in these black jeans that I'm wearing. I've worn them like 4 times already. I probably wear black jeans the most besides denim. Because, you know, I like black on black a lot too. Probably black is like the most monochromatic I go for. I don't really go for like one color, like a purple or green or red. I mostly go with all black, or if I wear like all denim, I'll wear like another color. But yeah, I just got these jeans from Lucky like a week or so ago, and I've worn them like 4 times already. I love them so much. They're so comfortable. And then I'm just gonna put that on this side, but I'll just pause it for a sec. I don't know why my dog is barking so much. Alright, so now since we have that on, we're going to dive into the palette. I'm really excited to try this out. I get so excited to try out new eyeshadows. Like, I cannot wait to put them on my eyes usually. That's why I'm getting ready like extra early today. I have like an hour and a half, but I really just wanted to film something for you guys. So I am going to take this like peachy color, this matte peachy color in my crease first. I don't know the name of these. I think that one's called Faux. I think that's the way it goes. I'm probably totally wrong. So they do have a little bit of kick up, but I've never tried NARS eyeshadows before, so I'm going to see how they perform. Okay, this one's nice. I like that it's not too orange. It's just like a soft crease shade, and it actually has a little bit more pigment than I thought it was going to be, but it's not too orange, which I actually really like. Kind of reminds me of Makeup Peach Smoothie, but that one's a little bit more orange. So I'm just going to take that and run it in my crease. I don't know if you guys can ever see what I'm doing, but yeah. Just going to do that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Maybe I'll just angle it up a little bit more so you guys can see. That's better, so I don't have to go like this. Okay, just a little bit more. I'm just going to see over here, just to blend it a little bit better, because I can never tell sometimes.
Alright, so it blends really nicely. I like it. Still feel like the other side is a little bit more pigmented. Don't you love when you end up with like two different colored sides of your crease? And then like you can't match it up for some reason. I hate that. Alright, so I think we're good with that. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I like it. They're very soft eyeshadows to blend. And now I'm going to take my other Real Techniques brush. This is my tapered crease brush, this one right here. And we're going to dip into the shade that's next to that, this like medium brown shade. And I'm going to use that shade. I think that one's called Castile. Hopefully I'm reading these off from, I think they go from left to right. So I'm going to take that shade. Wow, that one's pigmented. And I'm going to put that in my crease just to define it. Sorry, usually I'm pretty quiet blending my crease and doing my eyeshadow. Probably talk a little bit more once I'm done with this. Also, I just hate filming Get Ready With Me's with eyeshadow because I always feel like I have to be so close up to a mirror to actually see what I'm doing. And I stopped filming on the floor, that's because it was just getting like way too difficult to do that. And it was actually worse to see on the floor than it is here, because obviously like I'm right in the light if I'm standing. So I'm just going to take that in my crease. Just want to see how it looks. I like that, it's pretty. I'm just blending it a little bit better. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, right here. So it's supposed to snow tomorrow, and it's supposed to be one of the like first snows for this year and also for like the fall, because I think we had like snow flurries like a couple weeks ago, but obviously it was nothing major because obviously it was just flurries. But it's actually supposed to snow like 3 to 5 inches tomorrow, and I can't believe it's already snowing. I mean, yes, it's December, but I just feel like it's way too early for it to snow. But Cam, they all need to go outside.
Well, they may actually.
Jesus Christ. My brother never listens to me. Okay. So I think these blend really easily and really softly. I really like that. Okay. And the next shade we're going to use is this dark brown shade right here. We're going to put that on the outer corners. And that one is called Montelu. I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry, but NARS has some pretty unusual names. I like them though. They're so different. I'm just going to pop that on the outer corners. Ooh, pretty. I guess, like, I always think every eyeshadow formula that I try is, like, the best formula. But we'll see. I do really like how these are performing so far. They actually really remind me of the Visor shadows. So I haven't, like... So we'll see how the weather is tomorrow. I was supposed to see my boyfriend after work. But if the weather's bad, we're just going to stay in... Because I do work until 3. But if the weather's bad, we're just gonna stay in and watch season 2 of The Crown because it came out today, and my mom, and my brother watch it, so we're probably just gonna watch it together tomorrow. And then I'm gonna take it on this side as well. Oh, really pretty. I feel like I need more over here. But this is a really deep brown shade, and it blends really nicely. What else I was gonna say? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I haven't treated myself to a high-end eyeshadow palette since like July. Since like that really big online makeup haul that I posted like in July. When I got like a lot of money back from my tax return from my mom. She finally paid me back. But anyway, I really like this shade. It's really nice. And I think these are blending really nicely. So just like that.
Okay. Alright, and then hold on one second. Okay, sorry, the oven was going off. I had to turn it off. My mom was upstairs and my dad's not here. He's in Mexico actually, but and my brother's outside walking the dog. So anyway, now for the lid shade, I'm kind of torn as to whether I want to use like one of these two shades, like this silvery taupey shade or like this bronzy shade or this like yellowy gold shade. But I was thinking about sticking this shade and this shade on my inner corners. So, I think I'm going to go with this one because that's the one I was drawn to, and that one swatched really pretty last night. I've swatched all of them already, and this one I really loved, so I'm going to take that one. Ooh, that is pigmented. So we're going to pop that on with my finger first. Ooh, pretty. I like that one. Also, before I filmed, I did prime my eyes already with the MAC Prime, and then I went over it with the NARS crystal powder because I want to use a lot of NARS products today, and I haven't used that in like a hot minute. Not that I don't like it, it's just like loose powders are so much like less convenient than my pressed powders, obviously, so I always just grab a pressed powder to set my face. Wow, this is really, really pretty. It goes on so smoothly, too. But yeah, I've never tried NARS eyeshadows because I just thought they were so expensive. And this is the first high-end palette that I've treated myself to since that online makeup haul. And since I've always wanted to try their eyeshadows, I finally decided to pick this up. And I actually got this for $35 because I used the Sephora coupon that they're giving for the holidays right after the... Sorry, I'm just going to apply it a little bit better over here. Oh, but they're really tacky and they stick like right to the lid. Really good formula. But yeah. This is the first time I'm trying them and I really like them so far. I know I wasn't going to be disappointed. It's NARS. Usually all their powders are great. Okay. But I've tried like so much stuff from them, like their blushes I love. Oh, but the coupon's $25 off of $50, so I wanted to use that because I missed out on the Vibe sale because I didn't have enough money for it as usual. But since I was able to get something because I got a pretty good paycheck last week, because I worked a lot of holiday hours for Black Friday, that I decided to treat myself and use that coupon. And I decided to get this because this was on the top of my list for the Vibe sale. And actually, like, these two Vibe sales were, like, the first time I really picked up an eyeshadow palette. And I've been picking up, like, more expensive ones. Like, it was either going to be this eyeshadow palette or one of the Natasha Denona 5-pan palettes. But those are so expensive. For 5 eyeshadows, it's $50. And then, like, her bigger palettes are $130. I just think it's insane. Like, those are like the 16 pan, and then like the 25 or 30 pan ones are like $240. Like, I will never spend that much on an eyeshadow palette. That's just ridiculous. Like, I don't spend that much money on basically anything. Like, I'll spend it on clothes, but I'll never like purchase like one bulk purchase for that much money. That's just not how I am. Typically, for me, I won't spend more than $50 on an eyeshadow palette. Most of the palettes that I own are about $50 each. Because I think that anything over that is a little bit overpriced. Even this is $60. But you do get 12 eyeshadows, so I think that's a pretty good price.
I just wonder if this is more product than like a Naked palette or like a Too Faced chocolate bar palette, you know? What? My dog is constantly scratching. Alright, so I'm just trying to get it on the inner corners a little bit. I did obviously wet the brush with my Smashbox primer water and then went over that so I can get it more pigmented. Why isn't it applying to this corner? Sorry. I'm gonna yell at my dog again. Watson! What? Good! Okay, so just trying to get a little bit more on that lid on the corner. But yeah, I pretty much get ready now so then I have time to eat and not rush it because my mom is also going to work at 5. My brother worked at 10 to 3 or something, so he's home. And I worked last night after school. Oh my god, that was like the longest day ever. I was ready to like fall down because I had class 9 before, and then I had work 6 to 9. But it was really 6 to 10 because we stay like longer now to close and stuff. And oh my god, I was like ready to die. I was so tired. I got to go home for about an hour so I could eat and stuff, but that's about it. And then I had to go right to work. So I hate days like that. I hate it. So anyway, and then I think I'm going to use, I do want to use this other shade on my brow bone. You know what? I am going to use it on my brow bone. I was going to use just a regular single shadow. Like, usually I just grab whatever's in front of me. But I think I'm going to use this shade on my brow bone. It's this one right here. I just hope it's not too dark for my skin tone, but I think it should be fine. Kind of getting on my laptop a little bit. Oh yeah, that's fine. It's definitely not dark at all. So I'm just going to pop that on my brow bone with my Crown concealer brush because I don't really have a brow bone brush. So I just use this guy. Okay, and that's really it for the eyes for now. And we're just going to put this away for a little bit. But so far, I really, really like it. So I'm just going to wipe up the fallout underneath my eyes with a makeup wipe. So you know how I told you guys I was getting the e.l.f. wipes because they were so much less expensive? These wipes are so much better, the simple micellar ones. The e.l.f. ones were like irritating my skin and breaking me out. I know they're less expensive, but once I got my paycheck last week, I was like, I have to go pick these up again. These are my favorite makeup wipes. They are so good. They're unscented. They don't irritate your skin because I'm pretty sure because they have micellar water in them that they like just are better for your skin. I know that makeup wipes aren't really that great for you, but these ones are the best that I've ever tried. They're amazing. Alright, so now we're going to move on to priming my face once I put these simple wipes away. And I'm just going to wet my under eyes with some water. But yeah, finals are coming up. I'm pretty nervous. My first final is on this Thursday. And we were all, I'm going to close the door. We were all supposed to study together on, I'm just going to spritz my face with some Smashbox primer water. We were all supposed to study together on yesterday in between class, and we didn't do anything. And then for the primer, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild face primer, the Photo Focus one. I love this primer. It's so nice. It smells a little weird today. I don't know why. But it's so moisturizing and it's really, really nice. Okay, so just gonna use that to prime the skin. I just really like it for like the winter time because it really moisturizes your skin,
and just also makes a really nice tacky base for your foundation. Alright, so for foundation, I'm not sure which one I want to use today. I've just been using the number 7 so much. I just can't put that down. I love it so much. I was honestly really inclined to use my NARS Tinted Moisturizer today, just to wear something like really light. I don't want to wear any of these. Let's see. Foundation. Even though I have so many foundations now, like, sometimes it's harder for me to determine like which lighter foundation I want to wear. Because usually when I want to wear full coverage, then it's pretty easy. You know what? I think I'm just going to stick with my Giorgio Armani today. So we're just going to wear that. So I'm too lazy to go grab the NARS one. So I actually just repurchased my Real Techniques sponge. I was either going to use the True Match Lumi or the Giorgio Armani, but I think I'm just going to go with the Giorgio Armani. I kind of want to use more high-end stuff today. Today's just a high-end day, even though I used a drugstore primer, but it's all good. So we're going to go with that. Do I want to use this? Yes, I do. I'm in the shade 2. This is still one of my favorite foundations, as you guys know. I think I'm almost out of this one. No, it's still coming out of the bottle. That's good. I just feel like I need like a lot of it. And we're gonna put that on my face. I love this foundation so much. It's so pretty. It's definitely my go-to besides the number 7 and the Maybelline Fit Me I love. I am actually going to be using a drugstore concealer though. Watson, stop scratching! God! Door never closes. Okay, and then I'm just going to stick the rest on my neck, but I need a little bit more on my neck. Fuck. One time when I was using the Wet n Wild foundation, which I haven't been reaching for that one as much, just because the Milani and the CoverGirl and the L'Oreal True Match are like newer ones, so I've been using those so much more when I wear like full coverage. I'm just going to dab it on with my Real Techniques sponge. So what I've been noticing with using this sponge again is that it does blend it out really, really nicely, but as you can hear, it's a very hard sponge. I think Kathleen Lights was the one that said that they did kind of change the sponge a little bit, and they made it a little bit harder. I don't know if it gets softer over time, like while using it a lot more often, because the Eco Tools one is actually softer than this one. But I was just finding that that one doesn't really blend out my concealer as well as this sponge used to. And I just picked this up yesterday again. So I've been trying it out again. And I did use it yesterday to apply my foundation, and it did a really good job. So this was definitely my favorite sponge next to the Beauty Blender, because I was using this like crazy in like January, I believe, while I was still working at Ulta. I picked it up then. But it's a good sponge. I like it. Alright, so I'm just going to finish blending that out off camera. Okay, so I just finished blending that out, so I'm just going to wet my sponge again. And I'm going to put away the foundation, and I'm going to take my Maybelline, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I love this stuff. It is so freaking good. I use it so often. And I'm just going to apply it all over my face. I feel like I'm going through this like crazy lately. I feel like the last one I had lasted a lot longer though. But I love wearing this concealer with this foundation. It looks so pretty together. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to blend it out. As you guys know, I don't use the NARS one anymore. The NARS concealer. I haven't used that in like a hot minute. I did try out the sample for a little while. I had like a couple samples of it, but I didn't really use it. It's okay. It's not like amazing. So I'm just gonna blend that out. But yeah, honestly, my life isn't really that eventful right now. I mostly just go to school and go to work and see my boyfriend. I don't really see that many of my friends right now because I did mostly what I wanted to do over the summertime. I saw a lot of my friends over the summer that I hadn't seen in years. Like my friend Nicole. I hadn't seen her in like 5 years. My friend Maddie, because Nicole lives in New Hampshire. I saw my friend Lucille in the city for Gay Pride when I went to Gay Pride. So I got reunited with some of my really close friends from college. So right now, I really only hang out with Josh. I only really hang out with Becca. And then I only really hang out with Liz whenever she's in town. But yeah, I've just really just been trying to save some money, even though I'm still spending it on makeup when I can. I mean, I have been really good about it, and this is like the one thing I really treated myself to. I was buying a crap ton of drugstore makeup for a while. I just feel like I need a little bit more concealer on my nose and underneath my eyes. That should be good. It's such a good concealer. I love it so much. I don't know why they won't stop barking. Okay, so just like that. I'm glad I had time to record this though, because my mom's been upstairs like this whole time. And then I'm just gonna blend it under my eyes. Sorry if I go too fast for you guys sometimes, but I don't want the concealer to set. This one's pretty good about not setting right away. The only one that really sets really quickly is the Urban Decay. That one you have to blend out pretty quickly. I just want to make sure that we're blending this properly. Still don't have enough concealer on. The heck, man? I feel like this is like evaporating every time I put it on. I mean, I love it, but it's just weird. It's not really applying properly. Hope it's not sponge. So right now I'm watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh my god, it's hilarious. I'm on season 4 already because I started watching it about, I think almost 2 weeks ago, and I'm on season 4 already. It's not like the longest series. I mean, it does have the most seasons out of all the comedies I've decided to watch. Because I've binge watched about 4 comedies this year. That's insane. And I might finish this one like before the year is over. I'm not sure, probably not. But I'm definitely going to be watching it all over the break. Because we got a month off from school from January to February. Like, school's over like January something. No, December something. January. Alright, so I'm just going to set my under eyes with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. You guys have seen me do this a million times. I'm just going to do it over here. Okay. Sorry, it just gets really messy where my computer is, so I'm just doing it over here. Oh my god, I'm going to kill my dogs today. I don't know why they're barking so much. Alright, so we're done with that. I do notice that the lid shade is kind of transferring a little bit, so I'm just going to blend it out a little bit with a clean brush. But that actually got rid of it pretty easily. I might add a little bit more eyeshadow later, just to clean it up. But I'm going to do the lower lash line now. So I'm going to take my little MAC brush. I believe this is a MAC brush. And I'm going to take that same, you know what? Should we do that? No. I'm going to take the same shade I used to define the crease and I'm going to pop that on the lower lash line. right here. I swear I can never see what I'm doing on the lower lash line. So just like that. A little bit more. And then I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Wow, really nice. Really nice and pigmented. Let's just hopefully see if this is properly on. But it should be done pretty soon with the eyes. Just felt like I needed a little bit more concealer there. Sorry, I know I'm the worst YouTuber. Okay, and then for the inner corners, like I said, I'm going to take both of these shades. Depends on how pigmented they are. But I'll probably add more. I'm going to pop those on the inner corners. Ooh, pretty. I feel like I need more of this one though. The yellow one's a little bit too dark. And the same thing on this side. Can't see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm not seeing my boyfriend tonight because I'm working, obviously. I saw him on Wednesday, and I probably will see him on Sunday, depending on how the weather is tomorrow. Sorry, just want to make sure I have enough on, but that's pretty. Okay, and then I'm just going to clean up. Actually, I'm going to put on my eyeliner first. So, we're going to do my Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Gel Pencil in the shade brown, and I'm going to pop that on the waterline. I really don't wear upper eyeliner anymore just because I'm too lazy. And I really only wear it for like special occasions now, or for days that I know I'm gonna be wearing makeup for like a long time. But half the time I don't have time to apply it. I just kind of skip it completely because it's such a pain for me. Alright, I feel like I got this in both of my eyes. So, but it's pretty pigmented today, so that's good. Okay, just like that. And then we're just gonna pop on some mascara. So I'm just gonna take my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I've been really liking this one lately. So I'm just gonna put that on the top and bottom. So yeah, that's really it, guys. I'm pretty uneventful now. Today was like the first day where I could actually relax for most of the day, because after this I'm not going to be able to. Probably tomorrow though, if it snows. Pop this on the top and the bottom. I'm not going to talk too loud now because I think my mom's downstairs. I'm so lazy to use primer now, but I actually like this mascara a lot more like this time around than like the first time I owned it. I don't know, I just think it's better, so I'm just going to finish putting that on. Alright, so we're done with the eyes, and I can say I actually really like the palette. It's really nice. So now I'm going to set my face with the NARS Crystal Setting Powder. which I think this should be enough to do my face. And I'm going to use my Eco Tools powder brush. Love Eco Tools, they're the best. And I'm just going to dab it all over my face and just kind of swirl it around. The part I usually have to set the most is around my nose. But I don't have to set too much, obviously, because I have dry skin. But I do really love how setting powder makes your foundation look. And also, I just feel like it looks just cleaner. So, and I feel like it just makes my skin look more natural that way. Because I don't use heavy powders, obviously. Okay. Now I'm just going to grab my bronzer. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the Laguna bronzer from my Stephen Klein palette. My dog is insane. She just barks every time my brother goes downstairs. So anyway, I'm going to use my Too Faced Bronze Bouquet brush. I've been using this bronzer so much. I love it. And I've never purchased the full size because NARS palettes, like especially their cheek palettes, always come with this bronzer. So I'm just going to apply it on this side. And then my forehead. Even though I can never see what I'm doing, so I'm probably just going to fix it in the mirror. Anyway, I can't believe I used to not really use bronzer, but now I love how much it adds like dimension to your face. Oh my god, I'm going to kill this dog. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that the sides are even. I love this bronzer. It never looks heavy, it never looks ashy. It's just a really nice skin tone for like universal use. It's so pretty. I'm trying to hit pan on it too. This might be the next powder that I hit pan on at some point. But I've only been using it like regularly for like a month or two. But I've made a pretty good dent in it. Okay, now I'm just going to grab my blush and my highlight. Okay, and then for blush, I'm going to use NARS's Lovejoy. I was going to use Madly, but I haven't used Lovejoy in a little while. I usually always go for Madly, but I wanted to use this one today. And I'm going to apply it with my Eco Tools blush brush. I'm going to use this tiny little itty bitty mirror. Actually, I could just use my own mirror. Just like that. I don't know why this brush feels kind of scratchy today. Here we go, that's better. Wasn't really applying that much before. And I probably have a little bit Nightingale left on the brush, so that's why it probably looks more pink. But it's supposed to come off more neutral, but that Nightingale blush is just so pigmented. It's from Becca, and I wore it yesterday. Oh my gosh, it looks like someone slapped you in the face if you put on too much. And I accidentally put on too much when I put it on from school when I came home because I need to reapply it. Okay, and then for the highlights, I want to use the NARS Bonk Disable palette. I really love this palette. If it's not intense enough for me, I'm going to go in with the NARS Dual Intensity Blush in Jubilation as well. But this is pretty good if I mix all three of the shades together. The shades are Rivage, Soleil, and Embryms. So this is what it looks like. Kind of a chunk came out of it because I accidentally like dug my finger in there, but let's just wipe that out. It's nothing too crazy. As I'm dropping all my tissues on the floor. Because that's definitely what I want to do all the time. I'm just gonna, we're gonna throw that out because it just fell on the floor completely. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna use that. I'm just checking that and for some reason the pigment gets everywhere. My life. Okay, we're almost done. So I'm just going to use my Anastasia A23 brush, and I'm just going to dip it into all 3 shades, and then I'm going to highlight my cheekbones. Let's actually look in the mirror. Is that even highlighting anything? No. I swear, my highlight needs to be like blinding, or I think it doesn't do anything. But it's pretty. It adds like a little bit of glow. But for some reason, it's not really showing up today. So I'm probably going to have to add something else. Cupid's bow, nose, above the brow. But I've been using this more often lately again, and it is pretty. Sometimes it's just not enough though. Okay, I do want to add a little bit more, so we are going to add the NARS Dual Intensity Blush. I wanted more of a color like this, but sometimes it's just not enough for me. Yeah, so we're just going to add this guy. It's so pretty. I feel like there's hair on my face. Yeah, that's like more what I wanted. Yeah, it's really pretty. And actually mixing these together, it's not like as yellow gold, because I didn't want like a yellow gold. I just wanted like a white gold kind of highlight. Alright, I think that's good. I just don't know, I feel like it looks weird. Alright, whatever. I don't care. And then for the finishing step, we're just going to use the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. And look, I've hit pan on it, which is insane. Sorry if I'm a little bit low energy now. Now I'm just realizing that I'm so tired. Even though today was my one day to sleep in, I only slept in until 10. That's how late I sleep in now. I don't sleep past 10 anymore. But yeah, I hit pan on it. That's the first time I ever hit pan on those powders, so that was awesome. And now I'm just going to apply a little bit more blush. Okay, and then once we're done with that, we're going to just set my face. And I'm going to use my Milani Get Last setting spray just because it smells amazing. And I'm just going to spritz that all over my face. I really cannot live without setting spray. It makes your face feel so much nicer every time you do your makeup. Like if your face is like irritating you or it feels like dry, just spray some setting spray and you're good. And now I'm just going to finish off with my brows. I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I'm a little bit annoyed about this brow pencil, to be honest, because I'm just going to take a little mirror. I feel like that it's kind of a ripoff because I feel like it doesn't even last that well. What is this? It was just some mascara or something, but I feel like it really does not last. It like breaks a lot and it doesn't really like go back up and it kind of just like falls out. You know what I mean? Like about like push-up pencils. Sometimes they just fall right out if they're not made very well. So I feel like that's been happening with this. And it's like really pissing me off. I mean, it's still like fills in my brows really nicely. But this wasn't that cheap. It was like $10. So I should have taken it back when I had the chance. But probably just pick up a new one at some point. But I just feel like it's kind of a waste of money if it doesn't even work properly the first time I own it. So I'm using the shade, what shade is this? I think it's just in the shade brown. Yeah, ash brown. I thought that was a pretty good shade because I have like kind of ashy brown eyebrows. I don't really have like true brown eyebrows. They're a little bit ashy looking, so I thought this was a good color match for me. And then I'm just gonna set it with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, and this one's in the shade N200. This is 375 light to medium. So I'm going to use that. I actually really like this stuff. It's really nice. Now I understand why so many people liked it, because it's great. I actually really like this. It doesn't make your brows feel as stiff as the Anastasia one. I like the Anastasia, but those ones hold your brows together like glue. I'm going to brush them with a spoolie again in a second because they kind of got a little bit out of place. But yeah, I was like, I don't know why I hadn't tried it earlier. I just thought it was a little bit too overpriced. It's like $12 for the drugstore. I think that's insane. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I will show you guys the final look in a little bit because I do need to eat. I'm just gonna brush my hair. But yeah, because I'm gonna put my lipstick on after I eat. So I really like how it turned out. Just feel like I need to blend the eyeshadow a little bit more. Yeah, just like that. And I think we're good to go. So I'm just gonna brush my hair. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I really like how the eyeshadow turned out. I think it's really pretty. First impression, I really like it. It was murder getting that palette though. This is the first time I've ever had any problems with Sephora and shipping because they obviously know where I live, like, because they've used UPS for like a long time. But now they had just recently switched over to a different shipping company for some reason. I just want to put this away. I don't know why this is so difficult for me to put away right now. I swear, I always have to take like everything out in order to put like one thing away. Does that happen to anybody else? Alright, so I'm getting concealer all over my hands. So anyway, yeah, so they use this company called Laser Ship now to ship out some stuff in my area. I live on Long Island, if you guys didn't know, and UPS usually always delivers to our house because we know them, they know where we live. Our house is pretty hard to find because it's in between two even numbered houses. We're on the wrong side of the road. We're actually an odd numbered house, but for some reason when they built it, it ended up being on the other side. Don't ask me how that happened. I wasn't alive when my mom moved in. But anyway, I actually never received the first package that was delivered from them. And I called customer service and told them, and they said, we'll resend you a new palette, because when it was supposed to be sent out the first time I called, because I said I would like you to call them and see like what the status is of my package and everything, and they said it should be delivered tonight. And then the next day I never received anything, so I wasn't going to go outside at night and check. I wanted to check the next day, and I hadn't received anything. So I called them that night, like when I got home from school and everything, at like 11 o'clock at night. And they're open till like 9 o'clock LA time, so they were still open. And I said to them, I never received the package. And they said, we'll resend it out for you. Obviously, I wouldn't be charged for it. And I finally received this one yesterday. But the fact that I'm VIB Rouge and I had to wait 5 or 6 days for a package is kind of ridiculous. So we'll see about ordering stuff from them in the future. But yeah, I will describe the whole bit to you guys when I haul everything to you. I will elaborate more then. Okay, and then for the lips, I just want to grab a mirror really quick. I'm going to use, I was really torn as to which lippy I wanted to use today. I could go with a pinkier one, but I wanted to go with something from NARS. So I'm either going to use NARS's Raquel or the NARS lip cover in the shade Get Dirty. It depends on whether I want to go. Actually, yeah, I want to wear this one. Oh my god, I'm so torn. Which one should I wear? I'm gonna wear this one probably on Wednesday. I'm gonna wear this one today. So let me just line my lips. I don't really need a lip primer with these. I actually haven't been wearing lip primer as often because this is a very lightweight lip product. So you don't really need a lip primer. So I'm going to line my lips with the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip Liner in the shade 1C first. I was either going to go with the NYX matte lipstick or this one, so I'm going to use this one. I want to wear all my drugstore lipsticks again at some point. But I didn't want to wear a liquid lipstick. I was thinking about wearing a brown lippy, but I don't want to be that extra. I just want to be more neutral today. Okay, and then I'm going to fill it in with this guy, the NARS lip cover and Get Dirty all over my lips. It's so pretty. I love this lip color. I haven't worn it in quite a while. I really am trying to rotate as many lipsticks as possible lately. It's been pretty difficult.
Luna, I am going to kill you.
Sorry, my mom's right outside.
Never, will you be coming upstairs soon? I just wondered.
Alright, so I'm just going to finish applying that off camera. Alright, and then to top it off, I'm going to top it off with the NARS lip gloss in the shade Orgasm. I actually haven't worn this one in a while, so I really want to wear it. I've been very into glosses over lipsticks lately.
Calm down. I'm warning you. Now stop it.
Alright, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I just wanted to give you guys a close-up of the look. Just to show you guys what it actually looks like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, you guys, so this is the final result. I'm kind of recording this like 5 hours later, like after I got home from work, but I didn't have time to sit down and record the outro for you guys. But I really like the eyeshadow palette. It's really pretty and it lasted a really nice amount of time. The eyeshadows blended beautifully and it's just for a really pretty natural look, but I think you could also go really smoky or really deep with it because it has some really deep tones in there, and you could smudge that on the lower lash line. I just usually do a typical everyday eye when I don't want to like put too much effort into my makeup, but I still want something on my eyes because you guys know I love eyeshadow. Watson, can you get out for 2 seconds, please? I'll be right out. Sorry, my dog loves to bust open the door. Yeah, so that's really it. I mean, you guys know I love NARS blushes and highlighters. I love this highlighter palette and the Dual Intensity blush. Of course, I love the Giorgio Armani Limited Silk Foundation, and I love this lippy. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I've been really loving the Maybelline Gel Liner recently. The only thing about this lipstick is that it can tend to bleed because it is a glossier formula. It's kind of like a liquid pigmented lip gloss. They are expensive though, but they are very comfortable on the lips, but they can bleed a little bit on the outer corners of your lips. So yeah, that's it. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I'll leave it down below. I'm just going to say that from now on. I know I never put it down below because I'm always too lazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. So I'm going to go watch the premiere of The Crown Season 2 with my mom and my brother. And then I have work again in the morning. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!